All right, we're sitting down here with Coach John Baines, Tagen Pearson, Ocean Johnson, and John Ittounas from Elmhurst. First round of the 2024 NCAA tournament. Coach, just talk about your guys' game plan heading into tonight's game against Calvin and the way you guys played against the Knights.
The first thing you have to decide when you're playing Calvin is how you're going to guard our overweight. I mean, it's just everything starts with them, for him. And we said we were going to bring some people and try to do some X-out work on it. We worked on it all week. Give them credit. They made a lot of shots. They did a good job of executing out of it. And I guess you'd say you didn't like your game plan after they shot the ball that well. But at the same time, he's a hard guard by himself down there. And he's an All-American, and it's a hard guy to guard.
Coach, it also seemed like tonight, in the second half, there were a lot of loose balls that maybe could have been chased after a possessions gained. Do you think that, maybe some sloppy turnovers or some ill-timed travels or double dribbles was the downfall tonight?
I thought our guys played really hard. I felt like, we dug ourselves a hole, and I felt like when we get down to 10, it's hard to win when you get down 15. Our guys played hard to come back. We talked at halftime, and I'll tell you, there wasn't a down face in our locker room at all. They really believed that we could get back into it. We had our bench guys come in. They were trying to create some havoc. You gotta, when you're down 15, you gotta have a lot of things go right. And we missed a couple looks. I think I go on the other end. I felt like offensively, we shot 37%. We don't usually do that. And if we make a couple shots, I think that 10-point lead gets down to 5 or 6, and next thing you know, it becomes a pretty tight game. And we just could never make that shot to get over the hump.
What can getting to the NCAA tournament obviously do for you guys in the future, next season?
Ocean's been here before, and Tagen's been here before, and I think it's a good question for them.
By us getting here this year, I think it sets a good starting point for us next year, a good goal to make it out of this first round. It was a struggle to get here. We fought to win conference championship and make it to the tournament, but nobody likes losing the first round. So I think this is a good point for us to grow and take it to the next step and get over that hump and make it to the next round.
Yeah, I think it's a good point for the younger guys. 2 years ago, the older guys that set that example, they showed us the way. So once we got that feel, we kind of just kept digging until we got to that point. So I feel like that's the future for the team. The other younger guys, but they got the feel of it. So I feel like they're just going to keep on going.
I will say, I feel like if the national tourney or the national reps are going to see this tournament like they're doing right now, and who's getting in, and the way our league and the WIAC have been treated, I think it makes it awfully difficult. And so we're in Cleveland playing Calvin, and this is a top 25 matchup in the first round. And when you lose these games, it sounds like you're salty. And when you win if you win this game, everybody will listen to you. This is not saltiness. This is flat out. This was not the right spot for us to be in, and shame on the national committee for that.
Wanted to ask you guys another question. You talked about, the way you guys, the young guys, were able to mesh with you guys and how that carried you on throughout the season. I mean, to any players who want to answer this question, but what's something that's gonna, help them move forward throughout the next season that can help them carry them into like we mentioned, the NCAA tournament next year and possibly in next season moving forward?
I think just always, being along for the ride. Every player on our bench and on our team helps us out in one way or another, whether it's being on a scout team, practicing hard every single day. I think them being along with us on the journey, will always just help them and give them more experience and feel the hurt, from losing, and be able to carry that to when, they're hopefully at that next point and playing for our team.
I'll add that, we've now been in this NCAA tournament 5 times in the last 10 years with our program, and I think that's hard to do. This is the first time we lost a game to start the tournament. I felt like we have been prepared. I feel like we're a tough program that's made for these types of moments, and tonight we found a Calvin team that outplayed us. They did a good job. I don't think we lost the game as much as I felt like they won it.
Anything else?
Coach, I mean, I don't think it was just you that was mentioning about how tough this pod was. I think everyone on social media was talking about it as well, too. But does it bode any confidence for you guys to come in here and, I mean, you kept it pretty close there at the very end. I know it kind of got a little bit out of hand, but going into next year then, does that give you a little bit of confidence moving forward with this team?
I mean, sure. We've got good players, and I think what the guys are talking about is generational excellence in terms of the young guys learn from the old guys, and we've had a run where our assistant coach, Peyton Wyatt, was in the NCAA tournament twice, and the next group of guys was Jake Rody and Levon Thomas, and Ocean Johnson's playing on that team, and Jonathan Zapinski, and now these guys are older, and Tagen and Ittounas are here, and we've got some really good young guys that are going to be in the same spot. That's what good teams do. That's what Calvin does it all the time. John Carroll does it all the time. I think we're one of those programs. I'm happy because we've got smart, tough, really high character guys, and when you build something like that with those types of guys and they're talented, you've got something really good.
Anybody else? Awesome.